Hello, I'm Nat, the guide for Quest to the Soaring City. I'm going to run you through a lightning quick recap of Season 1, the story of betrayal, loyalty, and revenge. Our heroes of Starfall Spire don't begin as heroes at all, but recently freed prisoners of the crumbling regime of the horrible Baron Kovarex. In the newly free, flying city of Valarith, they're given ownership of Starfall Spire, a new home, a new beginning. They're approached by one Arvis von Ziegler, a former butler with a sinister voice, to retrieve an important artifact the opportunist and capitalist Lord Darnell is hiding from the city. They lie their way into Darnell's vault, fight off guardian automatons, and retrieve the Iron Eye, an artifact made by the Baron himself to command the infernal machinery imbued throughout Valarith. While the party passed off the Iron Eye to Arvis and celebrated in port, Darnell discovered the theft, stole into Starfall Spire, and dognapped Tiny, the party's wolf companion, and Rose's sister. Our intrepid band declines to betray Arvis to Darnell, and instead move to rescue Tiny immediately. At the worst possible moment, Zeke disappears, sequestered off into the Shadow Realm his soul is entangled within. But they do it. They go head-to-head against Darnell's metallomancy magic, blood spills, iron rends, and they escape safely, with Tiny in tow. Lena had pacified Darnell by giving him a name, Nare, who, according to Arvis, was actually the assassin who killed an Imperial noblewoman that Lena loved. The next day, Ferris unknowingly finds herself working alongside Nare after being recruited by Alika Saidu, a badass revolutionary leader and future Valarith counselor. Ferris and Nare save Alika's life after she gets petrified by a trap, but while Nare's friend Dart heals Alika, Darnell comes seeking the Iron Eye from Nare. Ferris steps up to protect her, and in a tense standoff, Darnell backs off to avoid a scene. Meanwhile, the Doctor, Volwyn Denor, is interrogated by Arvis over a dramatic chess game, asking about his homeland of Suravane. When the Doctor wins the game, he gets one question of Arvis, and learns that a catastrophe gathers from Suravane's mountain peak. As the day draws to a close, Nare confronts Lena, demanding answers, having discovered why Darnell was after her. Lena tries to take vengeance into her own hands by murdering her on the spot, but is deftly outmaneuvered. Nare flees, having learned why Lena wanted her dead. Time passes. Our heroes get a moment to reconnect, and the Doctor gets a mission for them. The party jumps off Valarith onto a colossal mushroom to retrieve an ingredient required to remedy the Gasping Shadow, a plague that afflicts thousands, including the Doctor. Along the way, the group gets sidetracked when Zeke recklessly dives deeper seeking the Wand of Lorelei, a mysterious artifact shrouded in the same dark energy as the realm of shattered light where Zake's soul is entangled. Zeke binds himself to the wand, and it, in turn, reaches inside of him, stopping his heart, keeping him alive by its own power. They emerge from the mushroom, left behind by the city, stranded in the rain. And then Arvis appears to them. By now, our heroes were growing quite wary of Arvis. He'd given them the identity of an important assassin and warned of a catastrophe rumbling from the peaks of Suravane. Who was he? Certainly not some former butler, as he intoned. Now, as Valarith visited the imperial capital of Orlath, he offered to get them back onto the city in exchange for Ferris's influence over Alika on a pivotal matter. You see, the Empire needed Valarith to stop Suravane's catastrophe. The Knights of Sur intended to sunder necromancy from the world, an act that would kill any who'd ever been healed by dark magics. And only with the Soaring City could the Empire assault the impregnable mountaintop fortress of Suravane. Under duress, the party agrees to Arvis's terms to avoid getting stranded. However, they rapidly renege once home upon learning Arvis's plan for Valarith involved imperial occupation. In the Season 1 finale, Arvis uses the Iron Eye the party delivered to him in Episode 1 to slam Valarith to the ground as Imperial forces advance, intending to take the city. Meanwhile, Lena and Zeke fight Nare head-to-head and lose before striking an uneasy truce. In the midst of the fight, Alika appoints Ferris a vanguard of Valarith, and Darnell sacrifices himself to defend his city. Zeke admits his love for Lena, and they kiss, and desperate, our heroes throw a gambit, striking out at the Imperial Warwalker, and stealing the Iron Eye right from under Arvis's nose with the help of Rose obscuring fog. They fly the city up and away, wounded, but victorious. However, something dark got into Zeke on his last trip to the Shadow Realm. Who did Lena kiss? Him, or something more sinister? That, my friends, is revealed in Season 2.